What are you eating?
I'm eating very expensive shrimp. I'm eating shrimp and wings from the Brooklyn Wing House. Mighty fine. What are you eating?
Obnoxious. Red velvet waffles and shrimp.
Okay.
So I'm back home from visiting Brooklyn Wing House, and here's my review. Let's start with the food. Actually, overall, I would give this place a 4 out of 10. Now let's get into why. The food. I ordered the red velvet waffle and 8-piece shrimp. To say I was disappointed in this visit is an understatement. I was very, very disappointed in the food and the place in general. The shrimp was so salty, like saltier than your eggs finding out you have like leveled up with a new bae, like saltier than your feelings when your professor went round your 89.999 to a 90, like ocean salty. The shrimp was salty. The red velvet waffle was so dry. Even just looking at it, the waffle was cracking. While just looking at it, you can see the cracks in the waffle. The reason this place gets a 4 out of 10 stars is because the chicken wings were very good. And my friend actually got the chicken wings, and I'm thinking now, like in hindsight, it's called Wing House, so I probably should have done that, but I didn't. My friend got the chicken wings and I tried it, and those were really good. That's where the 4 stars come from. The chicken wings, on point. Shrimp, super salty. Waffle, crumbly. That's how the food is. It's frustrating because then after buying the food, I had to find another restaurant where I had to buy a drink and sit down so that I would have a place to sit down and eat. So that, to me, was very annoying, and that made me grade it lower. So because that doesn't have as high of marks, but I wouldn't say don't go. Try it out for yourself, because my friend I went with also had a different experience than I did. He actually liked it more than I did. But one thing we both did agree was we wouldn't come back to this place again. He didn't find the shrimp as salty as I did, but he didn't find the food so good that he would be willing to come back. So whatever that means to you, you can do with that.
You this guy, I want you this guy.
The only thing that made the trip worthwhile was actually seeing my friend and being able to have a good conversation with him.
If it don't apply, let it fly. That's how I move forward. But the thing about that is every hit dog hollers, right? So I feel like there's a part of every man that's trash. I don't care.
All right, so this is thing is true.
However, just because a part of me is trash doesn't mean all of me is trash.
AKA,
you see what I'm saying?
You're not all trash. You still have some use.
Here's the thing. Wait. Because I think people don't want to be cut off or deemed as non-useful or just completely written off because of someone else's perception of their experiences and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like men don't hear, the institutional patriarchy is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have the same opportunities. That's trash. The way you guys are treating women actually in general.
Understand.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, men don't see the fact that beyond even just abuse or rape and stuff like that, those are like the most serious cases. I'm talking about, like, men don't see the fact that the way they view women is trash, and because of that perception, women are saying like, yo, you're horrible for not seeing me as an equal human being. I don't think men are hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like men is trash gets the attention, but it doesn't have the staying power.
But if I say, here are all the advantages you have as a male, here's how you disadvantage me as a woman, what guy is really going to sit there and listen?
You'd be surprised. If you can logically break it down to a man who's not trying to... this is why I say you don't waste your time on people who are not receptive to it. You know what I'm saying? And you know the men who are always men that think a certain type of way. And if you see that he's not being receptive to it, you don't have to waste your time anymore. Because you know, like, yo, this nigga, he not on the wave. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait for him to catch up to everybody else. I'm serious. You're gonna have those stragglers, you know, they're just like, they're not progressively minded. They're not open-minded to being able to take in certain perspectives because they think everybody's being sensitive. And then to a certain extent, people are, but they don't know how to discern what's what. And that's what I'm talking about. You need to actually engage with the people who want to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, dog? So I just don't think men are trash, though it is valid. I don't think it's going to be as receptive, and I feel like it's only going to start clashes. Like, I feel like it's only going to be controversial, which has its place, but I feel like this should be a next phase. You know what I'm saying? A phase where people explain, like, yo, this is what we mean when we say that.
Women.
So when you're talking about culture, I feel like Black Americans have found culture something to be harder to define, simply because they feel like detached from their roots, whereas African people, they're more in tune with it and they're just like more in touch with it. In terms of how we're treated from, I don't know, by other people in America, namely white people. I mean, in general, I would say honestly they treat us the same because we're all Black, right? Mm-hmm. With the random obscure exception of white Africans, I would say basically there isn't much difference in how we're treated by like government officials or police officials and stuff like that. But in terms of how we treat ourselves, there is different divides because Black people are not a monolith. Like, there's different people from everywhere, and honestly, there's much more nuance when we're speaking to each other than when we're being spoken to by other people groups.
But yeah, that's the review for Brooklyn Wing House. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the conversation David and I had. He is my friend. He's an artist. I don't know if you can pick that up from the conversation, but that's a little about him. He also has a book out, so I'll be sure to link his information down in the bio. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you'll be tuning in for more. And I hope you will also be liking, commenting, subscribing to this channel. I'm trying really hard to bring you some great content, bring you some great food reviews, and bring you good conversation. It's not just about the food, it's about the conversation too. So if you have any thoughts, any opinions you want to share, feel free to put in the comments and I'll respond to you all. Okay, so you all have a great day.
Everyone else na me na men fenchen. Papi men fenchen. Joey men fenchen. O de kan o de ba men fenchen. Obom na minya kulumpa men fenchen swag. Tobalati.